What's going on, guys? Triple AC here. Today we're playing Railroads Online yet again. Mostly because, well, we're on a roll with getting industries fed and all that fun stuff. So, with that being said, we're doing the second part of the Iron Smelter run, which is Cordwood, which is going to be a lot of fun. So, I actually had this preloaded. Didn't even know I had it preloaded, but it is what it is. So, we're going to go ahead and back up. I ordered a few more cars to add on to our consist here. So I'll just back up, snag these guys up real quick, load them up, and then head down the mountain. Yeah, give them a stretch. I said stretch. Alright. Get up here, get loaded up. Call it a day. Anyway, so I 100% alluded to something in a previous video, or in the last video, and then in the video before that, and or second before that, one of the two, I was talking about being able to volunteer somewhere. Well, basically I was told it was fair game to talk about what I've been doing the last 2 weeks in a row. So I've actually been given an amazing opportunity to run down to the Mountaineer Scenic Railroad and volunteer with them. And I mean, it's not glamorous work. I'm not operating a steam locomotive by no means, but I am helping them get to a point where they can restore the Mountaineer Scenic Railroad number 5. It's a big porter. It's a 282 logging Mikado type deal. Yeah, I've been in and out of that boiler, on top of, around it, chipping off the old paint and the boiler scale and whatnot for 2 weekends running now. This weekend I'm actually taking a break because, let's face it, I put in probably a good almost 80 hours, probably just shy, and that's travel time and actually working. Oops, went too far. But anyway, yeah, I'll actually input a couple pictures here, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Basically, all of this is stripped off of the 5, and I've been on top of taking off the paint that they put on for storage and getting them ready for ultrasound testing and all that. And on the inside, also the same thing, but boiler scale. All the tubes are removed for their 1472 day inspection, or 15-year inspection. I can't get up there. Anyway, big mandated inspection from the FRA so that they can run. It's kind of crazy. I don't think any of them actually expected to be restoring the 5 at any point in the near future, but well, they're doing it right now. If you are curious about more of the big details and stuff, check out their Facebook or their YouTube, which, believe it or not, their YouTube is a tad bit behind, but they've been extremely busy. So, give them a little bit of grace with that. But yeah, no, it's been an absolute blast. Your dream come true, dang near, honestly. Like, I thought I was happy playing a railroad game on a computer. But actually running around and helping them on an actual railroad that utilizes steam power primarily is absolutely insane awesome. So there is some stuff that I want to talk about, and there's other stuff that I'm going to go ahead and leave out of what I've been doing, just because, there's a margin for error for a lot of things, and I don't need to be the person to test those margins, if you will. So, we'll start light. If they don't get super duper upset about it, we'll be fine. And we'll call it a day. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, but yeah, no, so they have 8 steam locomotives up there. And unfortunately, well, actually, do they have good examples in here? Let's see. It's terrible. So they have a Shay, not this one. This is a really old, antique, terrible one. They have a Heisler. They have a Climax. So similar deals, not this exact model rendition of them. I think this one's actually the closest model for what they have over there. They have a Willamette, which is also another, it looks like a Shay, but it's the upgraded, like way upgraded, all the flaws were fixed locomotive. They have a Tank 282 Logging Mikado, a itty bitty 042 Porter, little switcher Porter. I mean, the thing is just tiny. Right, I'm 6 foot tall, and I am almost as tall as it. It's crazy. Then they have the Big Boss Porter, number 5, and they have their Polson Logging Company 70, which has been their main motive power since they reopened, just because the 70 was in the best shape. But yeah, no, it honestly was an amazing experience. Total side note for any of you guys who are living in the state of Washington and, you know, have some free time or, you know, what have you, I would definitely go check them out. At least, you know, ride behind it on one of the days that they're running, or, I mean, hey, do what I did and volunteer. What's the worst that happens? You like it? So, you know, it was a great time. Really great time. Definitely learning a ton. And come to find out, there's a lot of stuff that I know very little to nothing about when it comes to steam locomotives. I can sit there, tell you everything in this model right here, right? You have your drivers, your pilot, usually there's a trailing truck back here, depending on what kind of locomotive it is. I can tell you that this has got, you know, a type of valve gear, it's got pistons. You know, I can tell you the very absolute basics. Talking to them who've been living it, working on it, making it run, all this fun stuff, I know very little. So it's been not necessarily a humbling moment, but it's like, oh, I have an actual knowledge gap. Oh, that's a tree. I might hit that. Oh, that was close. Anyway, it's nothing bad per se that I don't know. Oh, what? There we go. It's nothing bad that I don't know everything to know about steam locomotives. It's not a handicap per se, but, you know, it's one of those like, oh, well, I thought I had a pretty good knowledge, pretty decent base knowledge on stuff. Well, I don't. But hey, that makes life interesting, because, you know, you learn something new every day, you're having a great time. If you're not learning something new every day, well, and it's kind of nice. Like, it went from working on, you know, my car to working on planes to now working on trains. So, you know, it's been a lot of fun. Definitely hard labor, you know, but meh, it is not the end of the world to put in the extra effort. It's preserving history, which is really stinking cool. I mean, I grew up going up to the railroad, multiple different railroads, but Mount Rainier sticks out the most. And we'd ride the train. And some of my favorite memories growing up is riding the train up there and, you know, checking out the cool sights, and then, you know, after the train, we'd go and get, go get lunch or dinner or whatever, and, you know, memories, things, they pop up, they go away, you know. I'm using you know a lot. For the one who calls me out about this all the time, you're welcome. But yeah, it's a blast in my opinion. The only complaint I have is, you know, it's some of the work isn't the best. And I mean, that's just the way it is, you know. It takes a lot of effort to get some of that stuff going or keeping stuff operating, and you know, if you're not quite ready for it, you're gonna be sitting there in the dirt looking up going, wow, that sucked, alright, next. But rolling in with an open mind and a can-do attitude, I mean, just in life in general, you can go far with that, which is really cool. So far, you know, they haven't told me not to come back, which is nice. Means I'm doing something hopefully right by going down there, but yeah, no, taking this weekend off. I would run back down there, but I need some family time. You know, I've been gone 2 weekends in a row. Yeah, 2 weekends in a row. Just leaving the fam bam at home, which is about a 3.5 hour to 3 hour and 45-minute drive. One direction, not both ways. No, one direction only. So if I had to turn around real quick to get back up here, it's a long amount of time. So yeah, re-up the old family time, make sure everybody's good, hang out, make some memories here, and plan the next trip. And most likely that won't be, that'll probably be in a couple weeks from this video coming out. So, you know, that's just the way it rolls. I'd love to go down there more often, but again, 3 hour, 45-minute drive. But yeah, if you guys are interested in checking them out, I'll link their Facebook and their YouTube channel on here, just so you guys have a reference. You know, check them out and see what it's all about. Because I could sit here and spin a big yarn and tell you all the things that I think is going on and be, well, completely and totally wrong. That, and I gotta leave them something to talk about. You know, I can't take all of their credit and all their, you know, talking points. That'd just be rude. Then I'd really not be allowed to come back. And that'd be really unfortunate. Alright, now we gotta figure out how... Oh, man. That's not what you want to see. What's that they always say? Piss poor planning and all that? I'm actually gonna slow you down. You can coast. Anyway, we're just gonna stop her, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to get this all reshuffled in time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the problem of not being organized and not knowing what any of your stuff is at. Alright, so you're on the lead. Who else we got sitting over here? Right, we're actually going to take you backwards. Whoa. Okay. Glitch. Big glitch. Really big glitch. Okay. Oh, I know what happened. Sorry guys, it wasn't a glitch, it was actually user error. Crazy how that happens. Slam! There we go. Throw coal out the door. That's how you get the fire to go. I will tell you, this game does not do justice to what it takes to fire up a locomotive. At all. Like, with a warm boiler, it takes roughly 3 hours. Just to get a good enough head of steam to do anything crazy. Make sure everything's lubed up, make sure everything's open. It takes quite a bit. And a very vigilant watch. If you, you know. Oh, come on. Why aren't you working? I guess they did away with that. Anyway. Yeah, in order to do, like, when you fire up a steam locomotive, right, you don't want to do it fast. And this isn't something that necessarily taught me. This is something that I have learned and or saw on either a different YouTube channel or just research. But the slower you warm up a steam locomotive, the slower you get all the steel and everything up to temperature, the less wear and tear you're going to have. And let's see if I can get a good enough look at it. Alright, so all these, right? These are all rivets, stay bolts, all that fun stuff, right? Inside the boiler, or inside the firebox, if you will, is a big open box where you put the fuel in to burn with, you know, coal, oil, wood, what have you. Well, around that is water. Like, water goes all the way out to about here. All the way through this. And it's just this thin little spot, about 8 inches to a foot with of space. And well, if you rapidly heat this area or rapidly cool this area, you could start snapping those bolts and rivets, causing a lot of issues. What in the world? I just looked at those, sorry. Anyway, causing a lot of issues, being explosion, or, well, worst case is water gets into the super hot firebox and you have a massive explosion. You can't see in there. We're not even gonna try. And that's death and what have you, which is not a desired result. You warm up slow, get everything happy and working together, make sure you have the water circulating the right way and all that. Less broken bolts and less death and whatnot. Less safety violations, you know. So, yeah, that is something that was demonstrated and something that I had learned beforehand that was, really cool. It's completely different watching a YouTube video of a fire up. Like, there's nobody, at least that I know of, they'll sit there and record an entire fire up session and keep it real time. It's either going to be sped up or it's going to be clipped and cut and all that fun stuff, because really there's not a lot of interesting stuff to see while they're firing up. Like, they're watching different gauges and stuff, but as a third person looking in, if you don't know what you're doing, you have no idea what they're doing. Like, they can talk you through it and help you out, but for the most part, unless you are proficient, know what you're doing, you have a checklist, and or are qualified to operate this lovely machine, you're really not going to have the knowledge of, oh, this is why they're doing this, or this is what they're looking for. Now, the obvious things that I know of to look for is big leaks of water or fuel, steam coming out of places where steam's not supposed to be coming out of, stuff like that. That's just like super obvious type of stuff, minus the looking for the sign of what is about to break, what could break in the next XYZ amount of time. That will come with repetition and stuff if they'll, if they let me learn that much being a volunteer. But for now, it's just kind of a help out where I'm needed and keep a positive attitude. Don't be all negative. That actually helps a lot, not being negative. Because at the end of the day, most of the time, when you're not lost on a map trying to figure out what switch is where, boink. Anyway, everywhere you go, everything you do, however it may seem, good, bad, or otherwise, a lot of it's dictated by how you look at things. If you're negative about what you're doing, you're going to hate it. If you have a positive outlook on it, you're probably going to really enjoy it. Even if it is grueling work for multiple hours, doing basically the same thing. It's kind of the way it goes. But, like I said, I was pretty positive and pretty optimistic about the whole thing, and I was able to keep a smile on my face for the most part. Just doing stuff they needed me to do. Was a lot of it low man totem pole stuff? Absolutely. Am I mad about it? No. I don't have the time built up there. I don't have the experience. So low man totem pole, perfectly fine. No complaints. You also, in my opinion, the one thing that you don't want to be when you're getting into something new is abrasive against like change or different ways of doing it. If you try to keep yourself open and receptive to different ways or different teachings or something that makes zero sense to you at the time, and you put forth the effort to learn and or pay attention, life gets pretty dang easy. Like, even for me at work, like, if I don't listen very well or don't pay attention and get all upset about it, the job's not going to be done to the best quality of work I can get done. Now, to pay attention, listen to my best of my ability, learn and put forth the effort, and put out a good quality product, one, that's less time redoing whatever I did in the first place, and two, there's less issues. Like, you don't have the magnifying glass on you if you are proving yourself to be, a dependable person. Make sure the stuff gets done right. Usually the first time. And don't be scared to ask questions afterwards. Now, if you're not sure on something, the worst thing you could do is just assume and go for it. Because the amount of stuff that you could break, depending on what you're doing, is not a good thing. It's not the best time to reinvent the wheel. Are there opportunities to sit there and change the way that stuff is done? Yes. Will you always know that opportunity? Maybe. Well, don't be scared to ask the questions. You get pretty far asking the question than to just sit there and pretend like you know what you're doing and then have no clue. Because then, quite frankly, yes, pardon the profanity, you just start doing stuff on your own, you're going to look like an asshole. You're not going to be able to necessarily be trusted to do something either by yourself or with very minimal observation or somebody watching you. And I mean, quite frankly, in my mind, there's no point in not asking a question. I would much rather look absolutely ridiculous or sound absolutely ridiculous asking a question and getting a clarification, even if it's the same question over and over again, which I'm sure I've asked the same question over and over again to multiple people, both at work and on the railroad. But, like, if you can't comprehend, why am I... This is not going to be good. Anyway, if you can't comprehend what's going on or what the task is, asking for help and having somebody either readdress it or try to reapply it to you is better than just going durr and sitting down and going, I give up. Not proper time or place to try to do that kind of thing. This is going to be rough. Question is, do I have time to do this? Side note, if railroads could fix the having to pan after you select a locomotive, that'd be great. I went the farthest roundabout way possible. And man, that was good. That was really good. Totally thought that one through. Dang it. Alright, it still connects up there, but... yeah, get to there. Which seems to be an impossible task, because this locomotive is not powerful enough. Hey, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do something that might be questionable. How much money do I got? I got some. I'm just gonna buy a new locomotive. We're gonna buy one that I don't have yet. Which is gotta be the Heisler. What a goofy stack. Prominent headlight. Number... do 16. The Twin is its name. And F.A. Yeah, uh-huh. The V-Twin. I don't know about that one. The Helper. Order. Whew. Oh yeah, where is it? I mean, the Cook is doing alright by itself, but I want a little bit more speed. Watch, it's gonna say, no water. Take the brake off. Alright, so this engine's actually really cool. It's a technical geared engine. Boink. But instead of having rods on the mains, you have here pistons going in at a 45-degree angle on a drive shaft. It is, well, it's a geared locomotive actually. Connected to two drive shafts into gearboxes on these 4 axles. So all of the wheels on the ground for this locomotive is all power, right? All this is, you even got a compressor on this thing. That's pretty cool. Anyway, none of the wheels are wasted for energy. Like this right here, it does nothing besides keep the train on the track. These keep the train on the track. This is where your power comes from right here. These 2 cylinders and these 6 wheels. Here, all 8 is power. All of it. They're even tied together, see? Got boiler pressure yet? Nope. But, anywho. Yeah, honestly, pretty neat locomotive. I haven't seen anybody play with it, at least yet, on this game. And I'm actually kind of excited to have it. That's not a bell. That's a bell. Anyway. No bell. Hush bell. No bell. There we go. Now we're getting some steam pressure. Ow. That's actually really neat. I think that's the first one I've actually heard the air cylinder pump up. Yeah, no, that's when you don't even hear. Huh. It's actually really cool. Power. Yep, there it goes. I have no idea what this thing's top speed is. I know it should be decently quick. Now up there. Now that is kind of annoying though. It's supposed to slow down and or shut off after it's reached a specific pressure. And, well, that there looks like the operating brake pressure there. Oh well. Now I'm splitting hairs. Hey, look at it go. Can we go faster? Seems like it. I think it'd be really cool to see a Heisler running around. Which, not near seeing a Kaz one. I don't know when they're gonna use it, or when they're gonna rebuild it, but they have one. They technically have two. They have the first successful prototype, and then they have the last and or second to the last Heisler ever built. So, pretty cool factoid in my opinion. They're not even connected. Yeah. Speaking of, see if I can't separate these two. Doubtful. Ah! And slowly. Go, 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 go. This will slow down here in a minute when we get up to the grade. And then this is going to go on the back, I want to say. I mean, 15 miles an hour is not a shabby speed. It's not the fastest, but it's not shabby. Yep. There we go. Yes, this is how old school railroading did it. People flew. Wow, that throttle change definitely makes a huge difference. There we go. Good night. They're probably gonna stall out. Yep, get up over here. Well, let me switch. There it goes. Nope. Can I go backwards now? Can you let me go backwards? Good lord. Alright, we're going over here. Apparently sadness is that direction. Yeah, you chill out there. I'm gonna go get the rest of the train that we're supposed to be running. Yeah. Okay. Power, let's go. Flat track. Man, I got by some sort of insect. And itchy. Goodness. Squeeze out some speed. Let the momentum carry us up. It's definitely not the most powerful locomotive in the arsenal, but she used to do pretty dang good. Funny part was, I thought this was a small engine, so I called it Mighty Mouse. So yes, Mighty Mouse makes a triumphant return, ladies and gentlemen. Just not as the Mighty Mouse you know. It is in fact a cookie 260, because there's no trailing truck. And it only really likes going forward, but we're about to take it backwards. Thanks in part to this guy right here. Hello, Heisler. Yep, keep charging your air. That's fine. Three cars. 2 cars, 1 car. Clear switch, swapping it. There we go. Come to a stop. And bringing her back. Gently. I never did look to see if the brakes actuated on this. Not that you can really see them. Okay, correction. There are no brakes. Where go? Oh, there they are, right there. I mean, kind of. Alright, well, we should be coupled. Alright, let's go run backwards. Get into the locomotive with the brake set and where most of the power sits. Here we go. Got an interesting whistle on it too. It's one sound bit that's just exponentially louder. Up we go. Double check the switchology up here at the smelter. Don't want that one, we want this one. And yeah. No crap. I forgot about that. Whatever. We'll just run it. Poor thing looks like it's about ready to shake off the track. Don't worry, I lubed all of this so that, you know, the high speed and massive amount of friction is low. Don't worry, guys. It'll be fine. Yes. Clean out cylinders. Alright. Think we did pretty good. I don't even think we needed the high slip for this jaunt here. Because we're still cruising. Get a little bit of brakes once we crest the hill here. There we go. Want to go slow into the yard, guys. Yep, you keep pumping. Don't, come on, come on. I don't need to be stuck here. I need to be up here to slow this guy down. No more juice for you. Alright, slow, slow, and we can do this fun part. I said slow. Yeah, just put some flat spots on the wheels here. Flat spot! We're not going anywhere. Right, sure. With this rolling here. Oh, crap. Well, that was a great idea. And then I forgot that we're on a grade. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay, well, apparently this was a terrible idea here because this derails things. Alright! Yay, hitboxes! Let's get rid of some of that mound, shall we? Doink. And doink. Yeah, watch how fast this disappears. Here we got, yeah, see? Boop, gone. Oh, lordy. Well, that's Cordwood delivery. With a twist. It's called How Much Can You Put in the Dirt? This, in my mind, is one of the worst. Oh, I didn't even shut the throttle off on this. Cool. One of the worst industries to supply because you have an itty bitty little run. You're supposed to switch all this stuff out. Which, if we were doing it right, we'd be here for ever. Absolutely ever. And the problem is, too, this only holds 100 cordwood. To this, 1,000 units of iron. Like, the ratio is way, way off. Especially when you're like, oh yeah, I want to get all this stuff, unloaded and, actually feed this industry really well. No. Nope. Funny joke. No. Not how that works. However, we can sit there and cheese it a little bit and just load it up. Anyway, come here. Pay to fix you later. You honestly need to go over here somewhere. Out the way. Because you don't even have a locomotive to you anymore. Because I couldn't find you. And it got deleted. Alright, so now with that debacle out of the way, we have a whole train of cordwood up here. With no real way to get to it. Besides switching it out. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this debacle of ours. Throwing stuff on the dirt. It's a great time. Yep, doot. Alright, all you guys are off. So, you'll gingerly back up. Gingerly. I lied. Because I set the brakes up here. Doo-doo-doo. Bonk. Now we'll go back. See, guys? Flying. It was the way then. Why can't we do it now? I'm just expecting this to go right back into the dirt. Quite frankly. But it'll be okay. Hopefully. But yes, you can in fact unload while rolling. Just carefully. Oh yeah, see? We're good. Jumps off the track. I'm just going a little bit off-roading. Ain't nobody have to worry about a thing. We made it. That's all that counts. Has an extraordinarily large hitbox for something so narrow. But that's okay. Ta-da-da! See? I think I went over the ratio on the last video of the cordwood to iron ore. That was good. That's what it looks like when you waste product on the ground. Hey. Yup. Look at that. You got a derail. And, wasted product. We're hitting all the wickets on this one today. Slam the brakes on for nice, good flat spots. Nice, even wear. Ta-da! Now, what we get to look forward to is transporting all of this good stuff. We have our iron. And we even have rails. But that is going to be the next video, because let's face it, we've been doing this for about an hour already. Now imagine doing that 18 more times. Except for instead of taking the long roundabout route, we take a little bit more of a direct route up this way. It's still long and drawn out because you still have to loop up and then come all the way back down. But yeah, this is one of the industries that definitely get cheesed a lot, because you can sit there and set up an industry over there and just run it back and forth 5 feet a bunch of times. Yeah. You know, we'll do a cheats video later. But yeah, for now, you guys have a good one. Make sure you check out the Mountaineer Scenic if you so choose. You know, I'm just a volunteer. I can't tell you, or can't do anything major for them, but if you want to help them out, you know, be my guest. It would definitely help a lot. But anyway, till next time, see ya.